Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Only on Local 4, the woman accused of leaving her own kids in a Pontiac home for years is finally out of custody after bonding out of jail with a few conditions. It's a story that gained national headlines. Kelly Bryant posted bond today as she faces several charges, including child abuse. Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm Ty Steele.
I'm Kimberly Gill. On Valentine's Day, her 3 children, ages 15, 13, and 12, were found alone in a Pontiac home. Police say the children have been left alone since at least the year 2021. As Victor Williams shows us, her bond was dropped earlier this year from $250 million to $50,000 back in March.
Yeah, we knew this was potentially coming with such a dramatic bond reduction. We're talking about from $250 million all the way down to $50,000. It was only a matter of time. Kelly Bryant walking out of the Oakland County Jail, finally free after spending over 100 days behind bars for allegedly leaving her 15, 13, and 12-year-old kids at home for years in the worst of conditions. Oakland County Prosecutor Karen McDonald talking about the severity of the situation when Bryant was first charged.
The children were afraid to come out of their hiding places and to speak with the police. Police had to repeatedly advise the children that they were there to help and they were safe. The children's bodies and clothing were covered in feces, and the girls had difficulty physically walking outside of the residence.
Per the conditions of her bond, she's not supposed to have any contact with the victims of the case. That's including physical contact or anything digital. There are some concerns, however, over if Bryant will attempt. Back in March, she had her communication privileges revoked when Prosecutor McDonald says she tried contacting the caregiver of the children. Here's an attorney for the prosecution handling that matter.
Your Honor, my concern is twofold. First, that Ms. Bryant defied the court's order on 3/7/2025 with the no contact, but also is now circumventing Oakland County Jail's rules and having other inmates contact on her behalf.
Bryant's lawyer says she was unaware that she couldn't call the children's caregiver and that no one received a written copy of the court's no contact order. Regardless, from now on, absolutely no contact with the kids or anyone under the age of 18. No returning to the address where the children were left or where they currently are living with family. Now, if any of these conditions are violated, then Bryant can be taken into custody, and that's without a warrant. Live tonight, Victor Williams, Local 4.
So, Victor, before you go, how will cops keep tabs on Bryant? I'm assuming a GPS tether.
Yeah, she is going to have to wear a GPS tether, and just like that, they're going to know exactly where she is at all times.
Yep, okay. We appreciate it. Victor Williams reporting for us tonight.
A war of words is underway between President of the United States and the world's richest man. President Trump and Elon Musk are having a battle playing out in the media and on social media. During an Oval Office meeting with Germany's new prime minister today, the president said he was very disappointed with Elon Musk. This after Musk blasted Mr. Trump's signature spending bill in front of Congress, calling it a disgusting abomination. Watch.
But I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem, and he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate, because that's billions and billions of dollars.
Now, as he was making those comments, Elon Musk fired off several posts on X, including denying the president's claim that he knew the inner workings of the bill ahead of time and that without him, the president would have lost the election. And Musk is now claiming that Donald Trump's name was on the Epstein files. Tonight, the White House called Musk's claim an unfortunate episode. The president's name did appear on the flight logs from Epstein's plane, as did many big-name politicians, actors, and musicians. But a mere mention in the files does not indicate any wrongdoing or connection to Epstein's crimes.
Investigators are still working to figure out what caused the fire that broke out at a Detroit elementary school. Happened this morning at Nolan Elementary Middle near I-75 and East 7 Mile. We're told the school was hosting a class graduation when that fire started inside a closet in a first-floor classroom. Firefighters were able to put it out, and thankfully, nobody was hurt.
Tense moments for a Spirit Airlines passengers at Detroit Metro Airport today after a reported bomb threat. Flight 2145 was scheduled for LAX this morning before that threat came in. The plane was forced to taxi to a remote location. Passengers were forced to deplane as the TSA and police inspected the aircraft. Passengers were shuttled back to Evans Terminal and then re-screened. Spirit says it's worked with those travelers to get them to their destinations.
A Chinese researcher charged with smuggling dangerous fungus into the U.S. will stay in custody until next Friday. Her hearing was delayed until next Friday to give her new attorney time to review the case. She and another researcher allegedly brought a biological pathogen to study at U of M's lab last summer, a fungus that experts call a potential agroterrorism weapon. The fungus can harm crops, livestock, and people, though investigators say the lab was its only intended destination. Her co-defendant remains outside the country.
The Great Lakes Water Authority and DTE are asking residents tonight to remove valuables from their basements. This warning due to a power issue at the water resource facility. Officials are asking residents to remain vigilant and that out of an abundance of caution to remove valuable items from their basements. Officials say it's helpful if residents don't run their washing machines and dishwashers during heavy rain events. Well, today, Help Me Hank is working to find out why these equipment problems just keep happening.
More frequent storms are happening, more rain bursts.
You can't blame this on rain. You cannot blame this on rain. Rain happens. That's just the fact of life. We can't, I'm sorry, but we can't.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. We can't blame it on rain anymore. You've got people who are struggling, who's over and over are being told to remove things from their home. It's not because of rain. It's because the system is not able to keep up with it.
So let me make this statement. You say we can't blame rain. Mother Nature can always throw us a bigger storm. We put these pipes in the ground. They're only so big.
Cleveland says large investments are being made to improve the system. Meanwhile, DTE says they're repairing the equipment that provides a backup power in the event of any interruption.
People living near the MDOT project on I-375 got a sneak peek tonight of what's in store. MDOT hosted an open house where residents could ask questions about the project. The plan calls for I-375 to be converted into a street-level boulevard and reconnect Detroit communities that were broken up years ago. The project would also honor the history of Black Bottom and Paradise Valley neighborhoods. The construction is set to begin this fall.
The doors will officially open tomorrow morning for Gardner White's new concept store in downtown Detroit. GW Home opens up at 10 a.m. on Woodward Avenue. Gardner White says the new store will have 3 stories of furniture and home decor. This marks Gardner White's 14th brick and mortar location in Michigan.
Okay, let's see what's happening with our forecast. We've got Ron Hilliard in for Kim Adams tonight. A gorgeous night, though the air quality is still pretty bad. You can kind of see the haze still off in the distance, affecting a lot of people.
And when you go outside, you can really just smell that bad air. Ron Hilliard's checking in on the forecast and the air quality and everything related to that. Ron?
Kimberly, as mentioned, despite the dark, you can still see that smoke out there along the horizon and above. We are still seeing those concerns with the air quality tonight. You can smell it. Some people can feel the burning in their nose and their throats. It is an issue for a lot of people. 61 degrees is the temp right now in Detroit. We're at 63 in Ann Arbor, 60 in Pontiac, and 63 in Monroe. Now, while we have seen some improvement with the air quality, it is still very poor and unhealthy here in all of Southeast Michigan. We are under the air quality advisory going until noon tomorrow. We will see some relief before then, but it's not until that time will the advisory be lifted because of improved conditions. So we have had a chilly day today. We are starting off right around 60 degrees and the lower 60s in the morning, then coming back home tomorrow in the afternoon in the 70s. I have that full forecast on what we can expect when it comes to the wildfire smoke as well as the temps in the next couple of days coming up.